Oh, wow. Wow. Exacts. They go for Nissa? Are you serious? Oh my god, look at this. Watch this. They'd rather attack the Nissa than kill us. That's Planeswalker mind taking. We took their mind with Nissa, and then we took all their stuff. Welcome, welcome. Man, that's quite an intro song there. Yeah, I like that. I am Average Zen, your host of Average Zen Presents, coming at you live on Twitch at Average Zen Presents. Imagine that. As we do 4 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yes, 11 to 1 Central European Time for today's edition of a Ranked Wednesday. That is right. If you can't catch us live, of course, you're probably watching us on YouTube at Average Zen. So hello, let us know how we're doing in the comments. Give us a like, subscribe, follow. Check us out on social media at Blue Sky and Twitter X at Average Zen. Tell us a story. Keep us entertained. We're here for you, though. You're not here for us. What are we talking about? We're going to rank today for some best of one standard action. And I am excited because this is a deck that I saw played against me, and I haven't seen anything like it anywhere else, and it plays a Tarkir Dragonstorm card, a legendary that I haven't seen anyone else play, and when I got hit with it, I was like, okay, I am super salty about this. I'm also very impressed. I think I can build this and maybe make it competitive. I don't know. So let's call this one Salty Sally. Let's look at these cards. These beautiful, beautiful Sultai colored cards. In the 1-drop slot, okay, we have 3 Dragonfire Blades. And this is because we have very few creatures in our library. We want to protect them. And power matters in this deck. So not only does this equip most of our creatures, aside from Tiny Bones here, we'll talk about in a minute, on a discount, because most of our creatures are 2 or 3 colors at least. So on our all-star of this deck, we can equip this for 1. So it comes down for 1, equip for 1 on our primary target. And it gets +2/+2 and has hexproof for mono-colored, which is very convenient. Yes, aside from nowhere to run. So what we're going to try to do is put this and a bunch of +1/+1 counters on Kotis the Fang Keeper. Yes, is a Sultai +1 colorless pip for a 2/1 zombie warrior legendary indestructible. Whenever Kotis deals combat damage to a player, exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. So that's why power matters, because we get more card selection. But wait, there's more. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana costs. So if we get Kotis big, we get to exile a lot of cards from our opponent's library if he connects, and we get to cast a lot of potentially powerful spells depending on what our opponent has in their deck. Normally, I'm not a big one for stealing other people's stuff, and we don't like to get our stuff stolen on this channel. But this is delightful. And he's got indestructible. So if you put hexproof or monocolored on there, if we run Innkeeper's Talent and give Ward 1, if we run Negate and Spell Pierce, there's a chance that along with this new card, Hollow Merc Siege, which is Chef's Kiss, perfect complement to Innkeeper's Talent, because it allows us to do one thing that Innkeeper's Talent does not do, and that's potentially draw cards or give evasion. So we can choose Sultai or Abzan when this Golgari enchantment comes down. And if we choose Sultai, whenever a counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So if we don't have an Innkeeper's Talent in hand or in play, we might choose that one to get those. Or if we do have an Innkeeper's Talent in hand or in play, then we might choose the Sultai mode so that we get that card draw. If we did not have an Innkeeper's Talent in play or in hand, we would choose Abzan. Whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains menace until end of turn, which is fun. That makes it much more likely that we will connect with Kotis. And and the fact that he's indestructible and we're making him bigger makes it very less likely that the opponent's going to want to block, because it's not going to be a good trade unless they have like a Rides In or an exile effect, or God forbid something that turns off indestructible. So eventually we can get through and cast a bunch of spells. Well, then what if they're not playing anything that we could possibly win with? Well, we still, number one, get big evasive creatures, and like Glissa, First Strike, Death Touch, and offers us more card draw, some enchantment removal, counters if that matters. But combined with the Innkeeper's Talent and the Hollowmerk Sage and the Dragonfire Blade, that's a beater. That's a heck of a beater. At the top end of our spectrum, we're looking at Nissa Ascended Animus, just to put more bodies on the floor and for additional interaction with enchantments and artifacts. And Vraska for the instant win with Innkeeper's Talent. Should we level it all the way up and cast Vraska? I will say in my test games, I've done this a number of times. Your opponent may have answers for our indestructible, or maybe we never draw Kotis and we just wind up with Glissa. Well, Tiny Bones and Glissa are really, they're meat shields for Kotis. We want to get all of our opponent's removal out of hand that could possibly deal with this. And if we throw the Dragonfire Blade on here, then we're forcing them to deal with that. These guys with any card that might get around this. So essentially, if we put it on Kotis later, hopefully we're good. Sunfall and Rides End and Nowhere to Run is really the only thing that can stop Kotis. Well, I guess bounce effects, but we'll see. And we'll see if it's worth the squeeze, if the juice is worth the squeeze. Let's take it into the ranked queue and see what happens with this crazy brew. All right, we found it. We found an opponent, Sir Amix, the Virtuous. All right, this looks decent. We have our growth. We need to draw into a creature, but and this is not bad here to have in hand, as well as the Deadly Cover-Up. All right, auras. Or as it is. Let's go ahead and Strategic Betrayal. And just try to stall out the board as long as we can for this Deadly Cover-Up. Yeah, let's go with a Innkeeper's Talent. And level up said Innkeeper's Talent. If they sheltered by Ghost right now, I'm going to be a little salty. Alright, I had drawn a card with Silent Hall Creeper. I really like Silent Hall Creeper. It hasn't gotten the glory it deserves, I think. Alright, so let's go Hollowmerk Siege, and we'll put Sultai mode on. And then next turn, I really like Nissa up against our opponent here. But I think we have to Deadly Cover-Up first. Alright, get that Glimmer. Alright, we'll see if they have the interaction. They do not. They do not. That's going to be painful for them. Gremlin Tamer. Oh, man. Okay. So my gut tells me to play Kotis. But I think we have to kill the Gremlin Tamer if we can. They have another. Okay, this is even better. Okay, now we play Kotis. We play the Dragonfire Blade. Kotis gets Ward 1. We draw. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Cavernous Souls on Zombie. Equip the Dragonfire Blade. And now we are good from Sheltered by Ghosts. They have to get rid of the Dragonfire Blade first. Yeah, they're trying to figure this out. Sheltered by Ghosts. Yep. And they have to get rid of then the sword. Yeah. You still have a 3/2 indestructible. No, we cannot. So we have to shortfall Nissa by 1. Ow. And then we destroy the Sheltered by Ghosts. Draw another Dragonfire Blade. Yeah, they absolutely block. Hey, Tony Marie, thank you for joining us. Oh, they got tokens. They got tokens. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for Throat on the Gremlin Tamer. Equip the Kotis. Innkeeper's Talent. We will destroy that guy. Give Ward 2 now to Kotis the Fangkeeper. Man, we got a lot of these. Alright, they're gonna run out of tokens soon enough, I hope. We really want another Hollow Merc siege here. That would give our guys Menace. Prophetic Memory. Draw a card. Then put some counters on your Mothmen. But if you swing, yeah, you gotta leave 1 back to block, or we get through with some damage. And if we find a removal off the top, then you get hit for big damage. Ethereal Armor, okay, that's nice. And then it gets the +1/+1 counter from Prophetic Memory. Oh, wow. Wow. Exacts. They go for Nissa? Are you serious? They had the game. They had the game. Now they do not. Come on now. There we go. They do not have the game any longer. If we can just... Oh my God, look at this. Watch this. All right, let's go Ossification on our Forest. And Ossification on our Forest. And Enduring Curiosity. And Enduring Innocence. And Gremlin Tamer. And Decline. Instant board. Amazing. They had lethal and they just threw the game away. They had lethal and they'd rather attack the Nissa than kill us. That's Planeswalker mind taking. We took their mind with Nissa, and then we took all their stuff. Tilt. Full tilt. That was pretty cool. Let's do it again. Big Magnus, the initiate, will be our next opponent. Yes, motivated by this EDM. All right, we got colors, we got Kotis, we got Tiny Bones, Innkeeper's Talent. I think we're good. Amazing, other than being on the draw, you know. So we got Tiny Bones and the Innkeeper's Talent, and that's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. They have to immediately deal with Tiny Bones. That was a last minute addition. I found in my early testings when I didn't have Tiny Bones in there that I just needed something for, it just felt like a waste playing Innkeeper's Talent into Glissa. You know, you want to turn one drop, and we have the lands, as you can see, the pain lands, so we should be able to pull off a turn one drop. We were already set up for that. I knew what, I was planning ahead for my own innovation. Let's see if we can get our opponent to show up to the table. Perhaps. All right, here we go. Oh, their pet. It's over there guarding their deck. I like their sleeves, though. We have those. Beautiful. There's a lot going on there. All right, we have a player live. Oh, we found our removal. Nice. Tiny Bones. Skeleton Man. Notably not a zombie. Oh, we have control. I think. Why do you suppose they did that? All right, we have a bigger Tiny Bones. Next turn, we can level up Innkeeper's Talent and hold up the negate. Assuming we draw another. Okay, well, that's a better plan. Let's just do another Innkeeper's Talent. Are we getting greedy? I don't know. I imagine the Maze Mind Tome is what's holding us up here. I mean, honestly, if they have like a Rides in here, we would prefer them to use it on the Tiny Bones. We're okay with that, but we're just chipping away at damage. What we really want to see next turn is a land. And I think, since we don't have our Dragonfire Blade in hand, I think we want to level up Innkeeper's Talent before we play Kotis. The Solemn Simulacrum. Oh, is that what we're dealing with here? A synthesizer deck with no blue mana? No, they grabbed a Plains. I'm confused. Okay, then. Sounds like that's probably the point, and we did not draw land. That's not good. Well, we have to pay for this. And now I think they're going to block, definitely. So we can hold up the negate or the go for the throat. For whatever it is, they're going to cast over there with all their Mycosynth Gardens. So I do not mind if they block here. We are falling behind on lands. We need to use or get rid of as much as their play, as many of their plays as possible, with on a few as resources as possible. All right, they have drawn. And we end the turn. All right, they have a Mirix. That's interesting. You know, let's just negate that. If that's cool, that's fine, right? That's one Sunfall down. That's good. We don't want Kotis on the battlefield with a Sunfall in hand. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, but we have another Tiny Bones. That's good, because I have a feeling they probably have another Sunfall in hand. But you know, Tiny Bones is getting big. We may just win the game with Tiny Bones. Oh yes, please. We would love your Maze Mind Tome. Oh, it exiles? I guess that makes sense. Alright. Mono white control, eh? We cannot cast it. We has not the mana. I would love to. I would love to go get a basic land. I mean, yeah, we're threatening lethal next turn with Tiny Bones. Karn. Karn. That's not good. Our Guard for the Throat doesn't hit artifact creatures. Okay. I'm confused. Apparently our opponent is as well. That's fine. We win. That Tiny Bones putting in work, man. That was a buff Tiny Bones. Alright, let's see if we can continue our rampage in Sultai colors. So far, I'm still tickled about the amount of stuff that we got to put into play and sequence correctly off of the Aura's deck. Oh my goodness. Or enchantment. Yeah. You know, we're on the draw. We have all of our colors though, and we're not going to be short on mana this time around. And we have Tiny Bones and a Spell Pierce. What could go wrong? Nissa will make an appearance at some point, maybe. Another opponent really taking their time to get started. That's fine. Let's take it. Oh, never mind. Alright, since we do not have a turn to play, I think we go Dark Slick into... Okay, well... Tiny Bones. Go. The Recruit of Paw Patches. Alright, well, no attacks. Oh, see, I like this because this doesn't target, so the Paw Patch Recruit really has nothing to do. Nice. Now, opponent, since that was exiled, I think we'll just hold back. Hop to it. Can get Spell Pierced. Pierced by the spell. Alright, let's go ahead and play, I guess, the Restless Cottage is fine. And we have 3 mana, but we don't have anything that we can really cast out of their graveyard. Gotta be a permanent. Paw Patch Recruit number 2. Go. Number 3. Okay, well, I gotta tell you, I'm not super happy with all the lands we're drawing. What? What is going on? I mean, we get a Nissa. Alright, cool. I mean, they gotta really... Alright, they gotta make another mouse. So we need a board wipe. We do have one or two. This has been... the negate is really not what we needed here. I appreciate your efforts. Alright, we has a 6/6 to back up our board here. They also they have bigger. I said we have bigger. I mean, what is going on? I mean, they have to. Okay. I think I would have attacked with the Valley Mind Caller. Let's go ahead and block the 2/2. And I think we hold what we got. Nissa can take a hit. Oh my god, with the lands here, are you serious? I cannot even with you, Shuffler. How do we still have 2 lands in hand? Okay, we can animate the Restless Cottage. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot of good here. If we would have just not gotten absolutely flooded here, I think we would have had a chance. We have more removal than we've played. We played a Spell Pierce and a Strategic Betrayal. Alright, we'll see what happens. I think they've got us. Alright, so we go there. We go there, and block the 4/3, I guess. Trample. That leaves us with 10, 13. Yeah, good game. Math. Yeah, thank you, Shuffler. Appreciate all the lands. You're so helpful. Alright, come on. And that and only getting Tiny Bone. We're running 3 Tiny Bones, 4 Glissa, 4 of the Kotis. So our chances of drawing Tiny Bones and no other creatures are pretty slim. And yet... Jägersmiths. Okay. Well, there's a Glissa. And then we have an auto win condition. We'll do that. Seems good. On the play. Oh, and then we got a Kotis. And then there was Kotis. Alright, well, we'll see what they feel about Glittis. It's fine, right? It's fine. Don't worry about it. They're like, we gotta worry about it. Oh, the Edict, that could also get us. Okay, I'm glad they played that on Glissa. That was part of their plan. All part of the plan. Alright, blue. And let's level up our Innkeeper's Talent. That way, maybe. Oh, there's Shieldred. Hello. All right, then. Well, let's play our guy there. And now we have a blocker against Shieldred. Next turn we can Innkeepers and the final level up on the other Innkeeper, and then Vraska win. If we're still alive somehow. Yeah, they found another edict. Go you. I was afraid of that. Most people don't run more than one edict. Alright, do we live long enough? Oh my god. Okay, well, we got to go full level up. And just hope they don't have removal for our Innkeeper's talent. And then we win. Can they get there? Do they have it? There's a deep cavern. Oh, no, no. God, are you kidding me? Right, the turn before we get the win in, they have a deep cavern bat and radar hand. God. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And there's no chance they didn't already have that. There's no chance they didn't top deck that. If they had it in hand, they would have played it before now. Ah, thank you, Shuffler, once again. Dashing our hopes mightily. Congratulations. Alright, yeah, I'm 16. I mean, ideally, that's not how we want to win. That's our alternate win condition. Alright, Dark Slick into Tiny Bones into Hollymork Seeds looks pretty good. Authority of the Consoles. It's too late. We've done it. Man, let's go with... go and get yourself a counter and menace. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we will continue to get the buff Tiny Bones. Caretaker's talent. Oh my. This is too good. Let's go with both. And now we have both modes. I like it. I like it. We have card draw as well. Enchantments. And +1/+1 counter enchantments. Hedron Archive. Oh no. This is mono white Eldrazi, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. Our cut down is no good. Alright, well, let's equip the Dragon Fireblade just in case. Just in case. If it's Ugin, yep. Well, they can still exile Tiny Bones. However, we have another one. Okay, it enters tapped, yes. But we can then put the blade on it and hope they don't have a colorless spell in hand. Do they have a colorless spell? Well, they're going to draw a card looking for one. They do. They do have a colorless spell. Jesus Christ. Okay. And now they're at 11. And now they have them at 11. So they're going to exile all of our stuff next turn. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mono White Control Ugin, for being a thing. Alright, come on now. Exile is the one thing we cannot handle in this deck. And the fact that it was coming from a colorless source. Oh my god, that was like the kryptonite of this deck right there, that deck. Tormore, can we get a better matchup, please? Where is Mono Red? Where is Mono Red? We never, ever will face Mono Red in this deck, I'm assuming, because matchmaker and reasons. Alright, we'll do this. I assume we pitch one of our Glissas. Alright, Dark Slick Shores, Innkeeper's Talent, maybe? Until they Phantom Interference it? Yeah, they're going directly to hand. Yep, Phantom Interference. That's okay. We shall persevere. Enduring Vitality? Well, we gotta stop that. So that puts them on 4 mana. Did they draw a land? They did, so they're on 5. This is bad. Oh no. Good thing they don't have haste. Alright, so we will definitely be casting Nowhere to Run. Where is it? Now, that first game, what was the game where we had nothing but lands? Oh, come on. You got an answer for this too? Wait. Alright, and we'll cast the Dragonfire Blade and attack. And they have to block or we're going to blow up the Enduring Vitality. I'm going to take out a Mana Rock, or a Mana Dork. Come on, we need a land. Come on, land. Land. Untapped land, please. Oh, God, you got to be kidding me. River region already. Okay, well, it is an untapped land. We're just so far behind. We are so far behind. Okay, well, they get to convoke non-creature spells. Alright. Alright, we are at a disadvantage here. The good news is they don't have any exile effects. They do probably have bounce effects, though. Alright, well, they're thinking about it, but I know what our plan is, and that is Hollowmurk Siege into Dragonfire Blade. Okay, new plan. Hollowmurk Siege. Let's see if they have a counter. Come on. Yeah, they're thinking about it. Or is it the food token holding priority? Nice. Whoops. Alright, cool. Well, we have an indestructible blocker. At the moment. That's not a bad place to be. Or it's going to be terrible if they just drew another Meringue River Regent, but, you know, worse things have happened. What? What? They're stealing our stuff. We're supposed to be stealing their stuff. They're stealing our stuff. What a bunch of bull. But opponent. Oh my god. Okay, well, Dragonfire Blade. Equip. And attack. Yeah, they got a block. Alright, that's one down. And then we have a Glissa. Maybe. Maybe. They love holding priority, don't they? No, of course not. They have the Phantom Interference. No, why would they possibly let us have our Glissa out there? There's too many good things for us to destroy. The good news is, next turn, I think we're in a good position. If we can just manage to find our own, well, that is our Innkeeper's talent. Or any removal would be great. I mean, because the ward means nothing to us. We have nowhere to run in hand. That is not removal. That is not removal. So I guess we fire up the Restless Cottage. And now either way, they're taking damage. And we will get rid of the Meringue River region. And now we have our own food tokens. Yeah, they're like, we're blocking Kotis. Yeah, the bad news is that Innkeeper's talent is going to grow their guy faster than we can. We have to find something, anything, or are we just going to have to stop attacking him with Kotis? Oh, come on. And then another land. You got to be kidding me. All right, any day now, we would love a removal spell. We have so many. All right, here we are. They have a 9/9. Yeah, they don't even bother attacking. They know we're going to block. Oh, come on. With the lands, are you serious? God. Oh, come on, game. Wonderful. Alrighty then. Cool. Now we have to get, now we lose because we can't draw 2 removal spells unless, no, because then they're going to untap it. So we need a deadly cover up. That's what we need. That is not a deadly cover up. I don't think this even matters. And they have another counter spell. What? Or is it another Flash Dragon? I don't think it even matters. I guess we'll fight the 9/9. Alright, cool. I mean, we're on a wing and a prayer here. Down to 1. It does not matter. Stop roping us into the Royal. Are you serious? They had a bounce spell the whole time. They waited for us to do that. Jesus. I knew it. I knew it. Freaking control players. We will never play up against mono red with this deck. It has not happened at all. Is it? Nope. Mono red? Nope. Just nothing but control. Silane, the ambitious, please come on down and don't bring your control deck. Uh-huh. And we're on the play. Alright, well, maybe we got our wish. This looks like, I don't know what this is. I think they would have played something by now. The good news is we have a Kotis coming down next turn. And these aren't the kind of colors that can really do much about it. But that is a lot of lands all of a sudden. I'm a little worried now. Nice. I don't want to hear it. Well, you're about the Italias, aren't you? Vault-born Tyrant. Okay. Alright, well, we need to double this up. And no attacks. And then we just win next turn with Vraska, I believe. Okay, and then there was a Terror of the Peaks and Calamity, and I think that means we die. Yeah, it triggers Terror of the Peaks. We take 4. And then Calamity makes a copy, 2 copies of Terror of the Peaks. Let's see if they do the math here. What? No, okay, that makes more sense, doesn't it? Yeah, that's game. I'm not waiting for the damage triggers. You gotta be kidding me, man. Freaking combo deck. Yeah, we're never gonna face any kind of normal, straightforward deck with this deck. That one Auras game we had was it. That was the closest to a normal game we're going to face against this deck. Matchmaker's like, no, they figured it out. Jade, what control deck or combo deck are you playing? And you're on the play as well. What are the odds? We have no green mana. This is not a keeper. No creatures, no green mana. Well, I mean, we have early removal and late removal, but the green mana is a kill. That's. If we had green mana, I would consider it. Okay, this is a 3. Come on, man. Are you serious? All right. Come on, Jade. We got things to do. People to beat. Eventually. Maybe. When the sleeves say I play mono black discard. Well, we get a buy. Is it possible to move on? Okay. Oh, they are there. Okay, wonderful. All right, here's Is It. Did we finally find it? Did we finally find Is It? And we're, oh man, we need an untapped land. This is not fair that we can't curve out completely. Marauding Mako. Okay, no, this is not Is It. Okay, well, we're going to sacrifice playing Glissa on curve, I think. What is going on? You have a torch to tower or something? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Well, I'm glad that was on the Tiny Bones and not on the Glissa. Not that we'll see her for another 2 turns. Okay, no. I lied. Put it on zombie. Alright, things are looking up. Next turn we can level up Innkeeper's talent and make it a little bit harder for them. This is Jeskai Control with all right. I guess it's Oculus. That's what we're doing here. Oh man. Okay. Well, this is wonderful. Having Kotis here changes our game a little bit. And having Zombie or Cavernous Souls on Zombie also very, very good. Let's go ahead and draw. I'm not too worried about the 1+1+1 counter. Oh, okay. The Holomark Siege is also very spicy. Let's just hope they don't play Sunfall. Helping Hand. Oh, that was so helpful. Inti, you're a gem. Kissa. Okay, new plan. I think we have to deadly cover up if we get an untapped land. There's, okay, it doesn't matter because they've got important Oculus in the graveyard. So we need to wait for, actually, no. This is perfect. No. Oh, no. I didn't realize we didn't have the evidence. What have I done? Now they have a helping hand in hand, don't they? No? Oh, they're digging hard for it. We got lucky. We got so lucky right there. Let's see if we continue to stay lucky. All right, Hunter. Kotis, go. All right. We have answers. Oh, no. They walked away. They didn't let us play Kotis. They didn't swing. We had so many things about to happen. C'est la vie. I'll take the win. I gotta tell you, I'm having fun with this one. Let's see if we got time for one more. Quick game. Come on. It's all a will they, won't they thing. Are we gonna make it? Will it stick? Will we hit the jackpot? Didara. Oh, that's a lot of Kotises. No black mana. Nope. But we're on the play. Okay, I like this. I like it enough to even get rid of the basic forest. All right, we has Innkeeper's talent. It's a wonderful thing. You know what? I don't trust it, but let's go for it. Do they have it? They gotta have it, right? No more loss. See? More control. Nothing but control all day and all night. And we have 3 Innkeeper's talents. They're already stocking up. I said I wanted a quick game, and you match us up with control again. Thank you, Shuffler. Well, we get fancy. Let's cast another of those. Level up, and we'll hold up a Spell Pierce. Blast Zone? Oh, what? Well, that's disappointing. I guess we hold back on, you know what? Let's just go ahead and level that up fully. Make him use the Blast Zone. Now, if we draw Vraska and they've used the Blast Zone, I'm going to be unhappy. Alright, they have Demolition. Well, temporary lockdown. That's also good, I guess. I would have, well, even if we had the Spell Pierce, they could have paid for it there. Oh my goodness. Can we get anything impactful for the game, please? Up against this frickin' on yet another control deck. Get lost. Well, we'll Spell Pierce that. Where is this going? What are we doing? So we have just left it last game while we were still somewhat winning. Oh, come on, man. We got all the setup, and as soon as we get anything, it's just gonna get countered. Or destroyed or sunfalled. This is nothing but a removal deck. There you go. Blast Zone time. Do it. Okay, they're going to stock up first. Get more removal, more counters. Oh, man. We can't even cast it right now because we can't pay the 3 for No More Lies. And we don't have a Cavernous Souls in play. I mean, even if we did, I'm telling you, they're sitting on a Sunfall. I know it. Jeez. Okay, I'm not doing this. All removal and Jace. That's all you need to play. And on the ladder, just pack all the blue-white removal and counter spells and Jace. And you got it. You win. So, yep, that's the unfortunate conclusion of this hour with our Salty Sally, although on theme. Yeah, so please, if you like what you've seen, please give us a like, subscribe, comment, follow, group hugs all around. Yes, bring it in. Oh, it's a game. We're having fun. And yeah, as always, love one another, be cool, don't be a jerk, have fun playing Magic the Gathering.